So if we line this screw up. Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're all doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. Right, we're here, guys. Issue 10 of the Fast and Furious DOMS Charger 1.8 scale. This is a wicked build, guys. Dare I say it, I love my Back to the Future model. Check it out in the playlist, guys, 1.8 scale. But this is going to be cool, guys. They're their own thing. Obviously, the Back to the Future is Back to the Future, the iconic 80s car from Back to the Future franchise, and this is DOMS Charger, bringing it right up to date at the Fast and Furious franchise, guys. Issue 10 of build DOMS Charger 1.8 scale, guys. Now if you want to see more of this and don't want to miss out on any videos of it, if you don't want to miss out anything on the channel, guys, please feel free to smash that subscribe button, give us a big like, comment and share. We'd really appreciate that, guys. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to crack on with build DOMS Charger from the Fast and Furious franchise, issue 10. Let's crack on. Okay then, so we're at issue 10, guys, big 10, issue 10 of the Fast and Furious build the legendary Dodge Charger RT 1.8 scale from the Fast and Furious franchise, guys. Let's take a look through this week's mag. Yeah, I said it last week, that's how it's going to look. High speed heists, it's got the wicked content in here, guys, to do with Fast and Furious. Good pictures, good stunts, how they did it, etc. Nice yellow Dodge there. Look at that engine, guys, look at that. Right, and we're straight into it. As you know with these mags, guys, it usually has content after the instructions, so we'll go straight through to look at that first. Carbon fibre. Do you know what, if you're not a regular to the channel, I own a Z900, Kawasaki Z900. I would love to do a project with that and bring that to the channel. Comment down below, guys, what you think. Make it all carbon, all of it. The Z900 carbon, I would love to do that, guys. Make it all carbon, the tank, the mud guards, everything, and have a Z900 carbon Kawasaki Z900. That would be cool, you know. Comment down below, guys, if you'd love to see that to the channel. Obviously, I've got to see how YouTube goes for me, because it costs me a lot of money. Maybe if I ever get monetized, I'm getting the subs, guys. I really am getting the subs. Over 2,000 subs at the minute. Appreciate all of you guys. Love you all. But who knows, one day if I get monetized, I'll get the funds along with my work as well. That could come to the channel, guys. It might take a little bit of time, but I would love to bring that to the channel. That's one of many things I want to bring to the channel, Rich43. But anyway, today, guys, we're doing the steering and right suspension. As you know, here's my parts in the Titanic box, which is on my playlist, guys. Check that out if you want to see that. Now, guys, just for information, this is going to be the last time you see one of these boxes, because this is the last issue what's previously been recapped, if that makes sense. So from next week, we've got brand new, yeah, that's right, brand new issues come through the mail, which I've just received the first delivery of 4. They're brand new, sealed, which will be open first on my channel for you guys, right in front of you. So these 10A anyway, going straight back to the build. But yeah, next week, guys, is one of the first in a long time of a brand new issue, what will be open first on the channel for you who have come to watch Rich43, me. And my name's Rich, obviously, if you don't know that, guys. I just thought I'd let you know that if you're new to the channel. Hence the name, Rich43. Right, because I was 43 when I started doing the channel, basically, guys, so I thought I'd have Rich43, if that makes sense. Right, so we've got 10E and 10D there, all this is metal, guys. All these are metal. I'm finding I'm saying guys a lot. Sorry, do apologise. I don't know. It's just you come out with it, guys. As I'm talking, it's easy to roll off the tongue. I do annoy myself sometimes saying that. Sorry if it's annoying you. Hopefully not. Right, and I'm gabbling on now. I'm not telling you what parts I'm getting out. So we'll go through these quickly before we crack on with this build. So I'm just getting them into place here. Last time you see the Titanic box, guys, gone. On the dodgecharger anyway. Okay then, so we've got 10A, which are the steering linkage ball joints. You got 10B, which is the right tie rod, 10C, steering arm, 10D and 10E, which are the left arm bracket and the right idler arm bracket. Then you got 10F, tie rod bar ends, 2 of those. You've got JM screws, and 10G is the radius arms. So we've got the parts then, guys. Just going to pull these off this mag, and then we're going to get cracking on with this build. So we'll turn it over. Okay, so instruction 1, you want to take 10F. We've got 2 of these, but we only want 1 at the second at this minute, should I say. So yeah, that's metal, guys. We want it that way round. So you've got that little curve going that way. And then it's asking us to take 10D. Now, if you look at the diagram, I think these both are identical, to be fair. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, both identical, those are, guys. So you could take either one, either or, whichever way you want to say it. Now, what we're doing is 10D and 10F. We're basically placing that in there like that. And then we're going to have to get a CM screw and put a screw either side. So if I rest those there a second, get one of our CM screws out. And then what we'll do, we'll try the top side first. Remember the trick, guys, if it's metal, screw into metal, you can always put a little bit of lubricant to make it easier to screw into metal. I haven't this time, as you know, I've debuilt this before now. It's in the playlist, guys, check it out if you want to. So they're pretty easy enough to put in. Now, I'm not sure if we've got to tighten those right up. Does it say that? So the cylinder end of one on tie rod ends, the dual side arm bracket, indicator there. Join the 2 pieces to 2 CM screws. Yeah, I think we can do those tight. It's not saying not to, so. And they're all the way in, they are anyway. And I think what I'll do, it'll just move anyway. So yeah, that's that done. I'm just going to get another screwdriver with a bit more teeth on. Yeah, that's nice and tight now, guys. There we go again, guys. Sorry, guys. Oh, God. Right. So that's that done. Put that to one side. Now, instruction 2. What we need for this is 10C. And we want it that way round, like so. Place that in a second. We want a 10A, which is the ball joint. And that's going to go into this circle here. So we put that through there like that. And we'll read the instruction. 10A into the 3rd to last hole in the steering arm. Right, so yeah, that's right then. So you got 1, 2 hole there, that's your 3rd to the last. So we put that in there, we've done that. Line up the hole in the ball joint with the hole in the forked end of the tie rod and use in step 10.01, which is this part here, guys, which we've just built. Use the JM screw to join them together, inserting it from the inside of the assembled part. Okay, so what we want to do is that ball joint has basically got to go into that part 10F, like so. And then what we're going to do is put a JM screw from this side to connect those together. So if I place those back there a second, get us a JM screw. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this build as much as I am building it, guys. If you're a regular to the channel, or if you're not a regular to the channel, I've been waiting to build this for a long time. Story short, I started building it before the pandemic, and then I stopped for one thing and another. And I obviously had a few issues what I'd already done, and I didn't do YouTube back in pandemic days. That was one of many reasons why I chose to do YouTubing after what we all went through. But I'll save that for another video. I might bring that up into a video one day, who knows, and tell you why I wanted to do YouTubing. Yeah, I started a few years back. I think it was a year before, maybe the Christmas before the pandemic. Story short, my missus brought me this to build. Right, hang on, guys. Easy now. Just sort this out and I'll carry on the conversation. Let me just get this flat, because we don't want that pushing. See, if you don't line it up, guys, that's what will happen. But you've just seen that to me, so fingers crossed you won't do that, because all it's going to do is flange that end if the screw's not going into the end. I think we've got it. Hang on, get out of this panic. Is it biting? I'm not sure if that's going in right yet. Hang on. I think once you get it in and it's biting, you're fine. But if you don't, it's just going to flange them out like that. I think we've got that. We brought it back. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, I think what I was on about is the missus brought me the first issue of this for Christmas one year, and I started it. But then with the pandemic, etc., I stopped building it, and I did nothing for a while, and it's just been sitting dormant in the drawers for weeks, months. Just checking that bit on there, guys. I think so. See that? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, and then after the pandemic, I decided to do YouTubing, and this was in the drawer doing nothing. And I think I did YouTubing for at least a year, maybe, until I started thinking, oh, I'm going to put this to the channel, I'm going to bring it. I found the funds to start doing it again, and now it's on the channel. But yeah, the first 10 issues, instead of recapping them, I just debuilded them, should I say. Which again, that's in the playlist, guys. Watch it. It was a bit of fun. I got a bit stressed at times, but it was all good fun. I knew what I was doing when I took it on. But I thought I'd debuild them, so I didn't have to just recap them like I did the first few issues of Star Wars X-Wing. And then the idea was, which I did, debuild them and then rebuild it, which I'm doing now. And I've got to issue 10 of the rebuild of it now. And obviously we're on a roll now, guys. We've done it. We're rebuilding every week. Well, I say every week. We've rebuilt these first 10, and now it's fresh issues every week. But that's that done, guys, anyway. But that was a little insight why I brought this to the channel, and how long I've been letting it sit on the shelf. And I've been waiting a long time, guys, to bring this to the channel. And again, if you'd like for me to do a video or something why I've started YouTubing and what pushed me to be doing YouTubing, comment down below, guys. And if there's that much demand for it, I'll do a little vlog, a little video, tell you why I decided to do some YouTubing videos. Well, make a channel of it, should I say. Yeah, it's been through a lot of stuff the last few years, but that's all I'm going to say. But if you're interested in that, guys, I'll do a video for you and tell you where the ideas come from and why I wanted to do YouTubing, etc. But if not, oh well, as blunt as that. But anyway, back to the build, guys. Instruction 3, it says in the second thyroid end 10F, which we've got just here. connect that to 10E and use 2 cm screws to attach it. So basically we're just doubling what we've just done. And then we're going to do that nice and tight. And I think, guys, YouTube for me is a form of therapy. I really do. I don't know if that sounds stupid or bonkers to you, but making these videos, getting the satisfaction of building and people watching me build, and hopefully giving you pleasure watching me build them, and seeing the result. I do really love that, guys. It's making me feel happy. And in this life now, with what we've all been through the last couple of years, I think we all need a bit of happiness, don't we? Whatever makes you happy, guys, I'm all up for that. Right, now instruction 4, take the assembly steering arm, which we've got here. That's how that's looking at the minute. And take a ball joint, and we've got to put it in this hole here, second to last hole, so it looks like that. And then this piece we've just built, 10E and 10F, we've got to do the same as we've just done on the other side. Connect that to the ball joint and use a JM screw from the inside to connect that together. So we need a JM screw, which we've got at the top here. Yeah, but if you're loving watching the channel, guys, and certain builds, even if there's one build you like, please feel free to give us a sub and a like. I'd really appreciate that. Right, so if we line this screw up, and my belly's rumbling, I think it's time for food in a minute, I'm hungry. Bite that in there, that's it, like that. And guys, that was a bit of a fiddly one. I had to do that off camera. Got a bit of oil, but first injury of this build there, slipped with the screwdriver, went straight in, well, onto my finger. Got a little bruise, and as you can see, guys, how much pressure was involved in just putting that tiny little piece into place. But it's done. It's done now. That's how it's supposed to look, guys, like that. But yeah, that's the first injury of the DOMS charger. I think that was me tempting fate, saying I haven't had to use oil or anything to put screws in. But yeah, that was a bit fiddly, guys. And because I was having to push onto my finger to get that screw in, that's what happened. But it's done now. You see the bit of oil there. The bites come through, the screws come through. I've got a bruised finger. My ego's a bit dented, but it's all good. Right, so let's carry on, cracking on. Where were we now? Done instruction 4, which I've just shown you. Useful tip, take a close look at the positions of the left and right idler arm brackets 10D and 10E, these two here. In the assembly instructions, each piece is right to indicate which end of the steering arm 10C are fitted to. Right, now it tells me. I think I've done right though, guys. I hope I have, because that's all I need if I've got that wrong. Yeah, whew, thank God for that. Underneath there, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if it's going to focus, you've got L and R. And another way to look, guys, is make sure these higher bits are both up the top, if that makes sense, like that. But they're right, so that's left and right, and you've got L and R on there, so that's all good. Now, instruction 5, insert the ball joint 10A. Right, so we need another ball joint. So let me make sure I've got these the right way around here. We need the ball joint in that hole there, right at that end of the steering column. And then what we're doing then is taking 10B, sorry. Yeah, this is 10C, guys. I've lost the train of thought now. I've had an injury and so that's 10C. Putting 10A into 10C. And then you've guessed it, we've got to put that onto that ball joint, like so. I don't know if my fingers can take much more. And then we've got to attach that with a JM screw. And now this time, guys, I'm going to put a bit of grease on these. So fingers crossed, they should go in nice and easily. We will see. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing, because I ain't had to glue a lot, to be fair. I've not done too bad. So yeah, put a bit of lubricant on there. And what I want to do from underneath is screw that JM screw into that hole. Nice and slow first, let it get some bite. And I'm hoping this is going to be a bit simpler than the other one. Just be careful, guys, when you put grease on, you're obviously going to have greasy hands, but look how easy that's going in, guys. That's better. That's better. Brilliant. That's nice and tight. I don't know if my finger can take another battering, but that's that done. So that's end of instruction 5. So that's how it's looking so far. Pretty cool. So it's a weird contraption, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Let's move the oil out of the way a second. I'll leave it there, actually, because I'm sure we're going to need it again in a minute. Right, now we've got to take the chassis, which I'm just getting now. We'll turn it upside down, like so. Instruction 6 says, take the chassis parts you have built so far, which we've got here, and position them as shown in the illustration. We've done that. Insert a ball joint, 10A, into the second hole from the left, from the steering. So we want that way round, like so. And then we've got to put a ball joint in there, like so. Let me double check that. Set the ball joint, the second hole from the left. Yeah, that's right. Just making sure, guys. So that's how that's supposed to look. And then that ball joint, oh, they've done this a bit caggy-handed. So basically what we've just put on there, guys, we've already got fitted to the car, the chassis. And now, you've guessed it, we've got to screw that while it's on the chassis, which is going to be fun. And put the JM screw from that side. Why on earth have we had to do it this way? Oh my God. Right, if we can position this right, guys, we should be alright. Right, so that's going to have to go on there. Right, first of all, let's get a JM screw and lube it up. We're nearly there. We're nearly done. But this is going to be very awkward and fiddly to get this screw in a tight space. So yeah, I'm just putting a bit of oil on the end. You only have to put it on the end, guys, to be fair, because once you've got a bit of oil on the thread, once it goes through, it should be fine. Sorry, I was off shot a bit then. Doing this. Grease, glue. What am I on about? Oil. I don't know if I said, oh, guys, oh, I hate you. I don't know why the hell I said glue. Right. This is going to be a fiddly one. So if I can try and tilt that there like that, I think that's the way we're going to do it. Bear with, guys, if it's not a very good shot. Once I've got a bite, I will bring it back into a good shot for you. Just bear with. So let me get this screw in first. And I'm trying to roll. I can get you a better shot. And we're not on one yet. Hang on. I do apologise, guys, if there's nothing to see at the minute. Once this is biting, then I can get a better view for you. Guys, it's the next day now from the beginning of this video being filmed. I'm having a bit of a hump in the road, as they call it. As you can see here, the left tie rod, 5D, has snapped. As I was screwing that into, let's have a look, 5D was going into the steering arm, into this part here. As you can see, it was taking a long time to get the JM screw through, and it snapped. So now what I've got to do, I'll continue the build obviously, but I've got to order that, a back order, hopefully just that part. I don't know whether they'll send the whole issue again, whether I'm going to have to pay for it. Nightmare, guys. There was a similar problem with the DeLorean with these sort of suspension arms, etc. I mean, that part there, I think that one was broke. Glued that together. There, that snapped last week before. This side, yeah, that part there was snapped as well. So I had to glue that back together. And this is all what's left of, basically, it is that there. And it's snapped. The exact one is that one, off that part. So now I've got to get this part ordered from Fanhome. Hopefully they'll look after me and send it me, because this part, as you can see at the end, has turned out like that, snapped. So yeah, guys, I'm having a bit of a rough one this week with this issue 10 build. I think I can put everything else on, but the trouble is if I put it all on, and I'm going to find issues trying to get this fitted at a later date, I might give it a go and see how I go, and we'll come to that when I come to it. It's not the end of the world, it's just one of those, a bit of a setback, if that makes sense. What I'm going to do is put these little parts in where they've got to go, so they're ready, and then as soon as they send me the part I need, which is basically the left side of this, the other side, what's going to go on there, we can connect it to there, put it onto the chassis, and we'll be all ready to go. But for now, guys, we're going to have to just leave the steering rods loose. But what we'll do is connect this to the chassis, and that will be it for this week's issue of dodgecharger. Guys, this happens when you're doing model builds. It's one of those, you just got to take the rough with the smooth. It's not the end of the world. I'll get the part, I'll get it sorted. But for now, for this issue, it's going to have to stay hanging loose, if that makes sense. What we've got to do now is align the left and the right idler arm bracket, 10D and 10E, which are these parts here. And we've got to screw them to the chassis with CM screws, like so. And then we're going to just leave them hanging loose, guys, until a later date, and then we'll sort them out. As you can see, I've connected that tie rod, the right one, to that. I could put a screw in there in a second. Hopefully that one will take, and we can do that side. What I'm doing now is shoving these CM screws to connect the steering rack to the chassis. So like I've just said, guys, it's not the end of the world, it's just a bit of a setback, but it'd be nice if hopefully I'll be doing different issues, like with not to do this part for a couple of weeks until I get the part, and let me know I'm done. So those CM screws are in, that's all connected. It'll be fine, guys, we'll sort it. Now what I'm doing, guys, is just going to put this radius arm into the holes there, like so. 10G, that's 10G, and that's going into the radius arm there, should I say. So now we've got to turn this side round, this chassis round, should I say. And what you do, guys, you make sure you got that bend going into the radius arm. So you find the hole there, and then just persuade it to go down behind the radius arm, and there's a hole in there also to place that in. Fiddly, but it's doable. That's that done. As you can see, the two radius arms are now in position, like so. And make sure the bend is going into the chassis members there. And guys, that is it. What I've done as well, I've put a JM screw in this side of the steering, so that one's done. We've just got to wait now for the part to come to fit that side. But again, guys, it's not an issue, it's just one of those. Guys, hope you like this video. It's been a bit of a rough issue, guys, but if you've liked it, hope you have. Subscribe, like, comment, share. See ya. that is it for this week's Fast and Furious Dom's Charger 1.8 scale build, guys. Issue 10. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you're not already, guys, please feel free to smash that subscribe button, give us a big like, and feel free to comment and share. Would really appreciate that. Share it to anyone, guys. Let people know about Rich 43. Tell your moms, your dads, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, your teachers, friends, colleagues, anyone, guys. Pass it around, and I'm really appreciative at the minute of all the subs I'm getting. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. I'm in this for the long haul, guys. I want to make this, who knows, my career one day. I would love to have this as a career. Wouldn't everyone? But if not, guys, it's going to be a hobby of mine, and I love doing it. I love entertaining you guys. Do hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe for more. Comment down below. Feel free to share the video. But for now, guys, for Dom's Charger issue 10, that is it for this week. Be back next week with issue 11. Come along, guys. Enjoy me watching this massive, amazing 1.8 scale build get built and progress, guys. Come along and press the bell notification not to miss out on any videos to do with Dom's Charger or on the channel. But I'm going to go now. I've had a busy afternoon of filming. Now I'm going to do the gym, hit the gym, pump some weights, and then relax. I know this sounds a bit odd, but with a beer. Don't know if that works really, doing weights and a beer, but hey, it's what makes me happy, guys, along with YouTube and for you guys. But for now, see you in the next one. Have a good week. Peace. See ya.